this video, we'll learn how to take a random sample from a population of data. The file is sampling tip. Okay, so we have in this file the height of around 285 NBA players. And suppose we want a random sample of 50 players. Now, what does that mean? It means we want to pick 50 players from this list so each player has the same chance of being picked and it has the same chance of being anywhere in the list. So in other words, Cartier Martin has the same chance of being picked as any player, and he has an equal chance of being first on the list, second on the list, and 50th on the list. Well, what's the key to doing this? Well, a really cool function in Excel called the rand function. Type equal rand into any Excel, left parentheses, right parentheses. You get a number equal likely to be anywhere between 0 and 1. Hit the F9 key, that recalculates. That recalculates that function. So if you're looking for a line in a bar, just say what Excel function changes when you hit the F9 key or whenever you enter other stuff in the spreadsheet. The answer is the rand function. So this function is equally likely to be anywhere between 0 and 1. 10% chance between 0 and 0.1, whatever. But the key to doing a sample is to create a rand for each item in the population, here each player, and then say the biggest random number, the row that the player matches the biggest random number, that is the first person in the sample. The second biggest random numbers row gives you the second player in the sample, etc. We can do this with VLOOKUP. So we can do the rand functions here, equal rand, left paren, right paren, double click to copy it down. Now I could hit F9, the numbers change, but I want to freeze them. So do right click copy, right click paste special values. Okay. And now basically I'm going to look up the player's name based on the largest random number. Now, how do I get the largest random number? Well, I need to rank these, but we learned the rank function a couple of videos ago. So I could say rank that random number in this range, Control Shift down arrow, F4 $sign, and 0 makes the biggest random number have a rank of 1. It doesn't really matter here. But for example here, Damari Carroll should be number 10 on our sample, because you can see he has a 10. And as another check, Chris Johnson should be number 3. Okay, so let's see if that's what happens. Okay, so suppose I want a sample of size 50. It doesn't really matter. Pick 50 players. We might be wanting to estimate the average height of the players, which we can show for all the players with the average function is 6'7". This is in inches. So I could say player number, and I could put a 1 here, and then if I do home fill series, and I'd say column 1 through 50, okay, and now what I want to find is the player and maybe their height. Okay, so I'm going to do a VLOOKUP false here. So the player will come from the second column and the height from the third column, where the range I'm going to be using here is this. So I might as well name that range lookup. It'll make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so if I want to find the player who's going to be first, it's the player with a 1 in the rank column. So I'd say VLOOKUP. So I want to find that 1. Now I need to $sign the J, not the 7, so I can copy this across. The range is lookup. Which column do I want? For the player, I want the second column. So I would $sign the 5, and then I should say false, so I get an exact match. So that's Robbie Hummel, Purdue graduate. I think he may be out of the league now. Drag that across, and he's tall, 80 inches tall. Okay, double click and copy that down. Let's see, number 10 is Damari Carroll. Number 3 is Chris Johnson, as we predicted. We now have a sample of 50 players. And if I hadn't frozen the random numbers, I could hit F9, and then my player list or my sample would have changed. And the average height would be pretty close, I'll bet, to that 6'7". The average height is 79.2 inches instead of 79.02 inches. So you now know an easy way to create a random sample of any size. For example, if you had the Fortune 500 CEOs and you wanted to create a sample of 30 of them, then you could simply take that list, create 500 random numbers and use the rank function, and then with the lookup, pick off the CEOs whose ranks are, the random numbers are 1 through 30.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and there's a free course, a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, and all of these videos are coming from one of three books. So first, this one, which you can see here at the top of the screen, Microsoft's book, which has 355 reviews, and then it's, let's see, 4.6 stars. It's coming from this book as well, his marketing analytics book, which is down here, and you can sort of see 4.5, or his newest book, his analytics stories book, which is here. And with that one, you can see it's 4 point something, or maybe even 5. I don't think it's 5. Yeah, 4.8. And so, yeah, anyways, in the description, there's a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, or you can go to excelwithwayne.com/free, and it'll be there. But again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just please let us know. Thanks.